lines, check out your lines. Is good?
Yeah, we're good.
Let's do a run through. Let's see. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
And
your bookkeeper doesn't just do your books. We are your close friend and a shoulder to cry on when things get tough.
We need more emotion. Feel it.
All right. Your bookkeeper doesn't just do your books. We are a close friend and a shoulder to cry on when things get tough. Seriously, man?
Okay, that's not you? Okay, next.
No.
Okay, no, I got another one for you. You gotta put these on for. This is
all right.
Because you're professional. Think of it. Just to visualize you're professional. You're someone that like you're really almost like a superhero for these companies, right? You're coming in to like save the day, right? So
handsome, smart, and the best numbers guy you've ever seen.
2 + 2.
4.
4 + 4.
8.
8 divided by 8.
1. As in number 1. Ever since I was young, calculators, they just spoke to me. This doesn't even make sense, man.
So if you go down to the next line.
All right, just stop. This is not what Stream's all about. We're about getting to know our business owners. We're about getting to understand why they get out of bed every morning. We're here to try and help them grow their business and get to the next level.
Okay then.
Okay, what?
Why don't we just go talk to your clients?
Sounds good to me. Cut. Shut this stuff off.
Hey, Facebook people. It is Chit Chat Shop. It is Wednesday. It is 9 o'clock. Who do we have here?
Keith MacArthur?
Keith MacArthur from Stream Financial. We are so freaking excited. And you can drink. I mean, he took the bottle of water. He's like, oh no, we're on. We got to take it away. We are here on Facebook with all of our lovely Facebook peeps. Thanks for joining us. And what are we making tonight?
One of my favorite dishes.
I don't screw it up.
It's supposed to be maple curry penne, but someone didn't have penne here tonight. So.
Penny couldn't find penne on the shelf. Now, I didn't go way up to the top of the shelf because that would require
effort?
Less laziness than what I was willing to do tonight. So we found some lovely tortellini, which we're going to use, which is like the Scooby-Doo, which I like this one. Do you like this one?
It's pasta. I'm good.
Okay. All right. It's all the same. It's all good. So we're going to make that. And how involved do you want to be? Do you want to like chop up a storm, or do you want to like just chat?
I've done some of your cooking classes. So.
I know. You did the burger one?
We did the whole chicken one where we ripped the chicken apart.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. How was that? Did it go over well?
It was good.
Good. Yeah.
I learned some stuff that night.
We underestimated the timing on that class for the first time we did it. It was like, we thought, oh, people whip that out 10 minutes, and it was like 45 minutes for everybody to butcher chicken. It was crazy.
We got through it, though.
We did. Totally got through it.
We got through it. Yep.
So, we're going to make okay, I'm going to, here, switch. You're going to chop, and I'm going to direct.
Okay,
My favorite. All right, so we're going to cut an onion. Do you know how to cut an onion?
We did that night, if I can remember now.
Okay, all right, there's your onion. We need half of it sliced. I'll give you a tip.
I know to hold the...
Ooh, look, you're like
there you go.
You know all the Chit Chat Shop tips.
Things, right?
Cut in half. Yeah. Don't cut your thumb off.
I'm not cutting my thumb off.
Okay, good job. Yeah.
And if I can remember
Nope.
correctly.
No.
Okay.
No. There you go. Now cut a little bit off there, just a tiny bit. Yeah, and then you're just going to peel this back. So, peel all the skin off and then get it out of your way. There, you're good. All right, so your amazing business. I only say that because it's amazing. I mean, it is amazing, but it's been amazing for Kitchen Door and for Patty. Tell us what you do. Like, what's the secret?
So, a lot of people would probably think I'm like every other boring bean counter that, we see clients once a year and do their taxes, but that's probably farthest from the truth.
Especially in my situation.
No, I started Stream because I really thought business owners really needed help to help grow their businesses. When you start a business, you're kind of thrown at it, and you're really not a lot of people around to tell you what you should do or shouldn't do.
And even just offer you, like, this is my moment. Again, my moment of Stream was, like, I can vision, I can look in the future, and I can say, oh, this is where I see Kitchen Door, and I can get super excited about where we're going, and we're going places.
Exactly.
We are. But the reality of that and what that looks financially and what the costs are and what the investment is, I don't pay attention to that as much. I do much more now, but Keith was the one, and Stream was the one that sort of laid it out for me and sort of really gave me the nuts and bolts of how we can go about it and how we can make that dream happen. And I think most entrepreneurs, other way, It's like you forgot.
I
It's
did,
okay.
yeah.
All right, so
I'm
here,
too
I'll give
busy
you,
with
I
numbers
know,
these
and I'm
days.
chatting
Yeah.
with you. All right,
Yeah,
so
okay.
you're going to tip fingers back, and then
Yep.
you're just going to, and if you want to rock it, if you
Yep.
feel like you can lift the knife, there you go.
All right, yeah.
Hey,
we're
Helen Galgay just said that poor onion. And Barb Howard said curry, yum.
Curry. My mother doesn't like curry.
She says.
Yeah, she's lying. It's got garlic and onions in it, and my mother doesn't really do garlic and onions, so. But she'll be here soon. My parents are moving from New Brunswick to Halifax. Maybe Mom will be a guest on Chit Chat Chop. Wouldn't that be fun, Barb? That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Sure.
You're good. You're good. All right. So I'm gonna heat the pan up. We're gonna get this going. Do you know how to do garlic, or do you want me to do garlic?
No, I think I can do garlic. I think I remember.
They're not super.
Well, okay, well.
But you did a good job.
Sorry.
I'm not picking on you. I'm really not. All right. So garlic.
Garlic, yes.
Let's do 1 clove. So again, we just take the end off and just rough chop. Oh, he knows. He knows. He's going for the salt. Okay.
Salt to
Little
grind it
salt.
in, right?
Yep. So I just do a little rough chop.
Yep.
And then we're just gonna press.
Yep.
I might have to chop that a little bit more. And you might need a little tiny bit more salt. A little more salt, a little more salt. All right, and then just press it down and chop it up. Yeah. There you go. Abrasion. The salt is like an abrasive, like you know, Comet on the sink. And it's gonna give us a nice little puree of garlic. Oh, look at you, an old pro. Okay.
I learned
so,
this in the cooking class.
why did you start Stream? And you said to help business owners. What's your background? Tell me your background. Give me your story, Keith.
My story.
Tell me your story.
So,
Project.
way back.
Project. Give it out.
Way back when? Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm from Cape Breton, and like most Cape Bretoners, you go to university and you
Yes.
leave Cape Breton. So, went to Dell. Got
Dell,
Did
okay.
an MBA at Dell, and then left for Calgary.
Okay.
Was in Calgary for a few months. Ended up in Toronto.
Did you like Calgary?
I was not
I've
long
never
enough.
been to Calgary.
Well, I moved there in February, so that
Okay.
really wasn't all
Not
that
really.
fun at all.
No, not good.
Then we went to Toronto.
Okay.
And lived in Toronto. I moved to Toronto, and then Patricia, my wife,
Lovely wife. Yes.
yeah,
Hi,
uh,
Trish. I'm sure you're watching.
she moved up about a year later. We lived in Toronto for 10 years. Had Rowan and Maria there,
They have lovely twins.
Um,
Rowan and my son James are great
and-
friends.
and we decided this just isn't a place for us to raise kids. So we said, okay, well, let's move back to Nova Scotia, and we came back to Halifax, settled here. Worked for a big multinational company. Did that for a few years down here, and then ended up going on my own. So started doing just
Thank
some
God
independent.
you started Stream. That's
Well,
all
I
I have
started doing
to
some
say.
independent. I was an independent consultant doing my own thing.
Okay.
And from there, saw kind of a void in the market where I think, there's a lot of bookkeepers.
Total void,
A
yeah.
lot of bookkeepers out there. There's some CFO for hires out there, but nobody that put it all together in one
It's
spot
true.
for a
I agree
business
with you.
owner that just wants one place to go to get the answers they need.
Yeah, no, I came from a bookkeeper, and she was great in the beginning. We did, for the small, we were pretty small. I used to hand her my shoebox of receipts, and that was fine. Once a year, you kind of got it done, and you knew 6 months later whether you made money or you lost money.
Exactly.
But now we have the information. We're armed with it. Ginger and I and the team can make decisions. We can react. We know exactly what's happening. And prior to Stream, that was not the case.
Yep. No, and it's
So it's awesome. I totally think you've got a niche. Okay, questions. This is a question here.
I'll just say hi, Patty. Thanks for teaching him new skills in the kitchen from Trish.
Oh,
And we also have Chef Mark Ray just came on.
oh, Mark.
He's gonna be a guest soon.
He
Watch
is.
the ends the night.
The watch that ends the night. And we have a surprise for your episode. We're not telling you about it.
Ooh.
Yes, I've got it all in the works. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Okay, so we have onions and garlic. We've sauteed them off. A little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to add in our curry paste. Now, you can make your own curry paste if you really, really want,
Okay.
authentic. Or you can use like a really good jarred product. If you're going to make your own curry paste, it's like ginger, garlic, all your spices. You basically just puree it up in a blender, and you can keep it in the fridge for a bit. But there's a lot of really good curry paste, and Patty was a little lazy today, so Patty used some
Yeah,
curry
awesome.
paste from a jar. Yeah, it's really awesome. So this is our lovely curry paste, which Ginger dipped something nothing in but fries. She was thinking it was a dip, and she put a big chunk of it in her mouth, and a little bit of surprise.
Sun-dried tomato paste.
So we've got onions and garlic. We're gonna put a good tablespoon in the pan. Have you made this at home?
No.
Oh, okay.
This at home.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know. Look, we're gonna put it back on the heat without burning the garlic and the onions. I don't want to do that. Not good on live television. No. All right. So where do you see the next 5 years for you? Like, what's your goal? What's your vision? Like, do you know what our vision is? Okay, we're back here.
Oh, back.
So many cameras. So many
Too
cameras.
many. I know. This is confusing. Vision for the next 5 years. Keep my sanity. I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Probably
We
number
both
one.
need
Yeah.
that.
No, I think next 5 years. Ultimately, I want to continue to grow the business, and
Yeah.
at some point, I would love to take the stream cross country. We do have clients already coast to coast.
Because you do a lot of hotel business. Is that not correct?
Hotels just tend to be the easiest to outsource or
Okay.
to outsource to companies like us remotely, but doesn't have to be hotels. It could be
Anybody.
this day and age. You really don't need to
I
be
know you can
next
do
door.
everything online.
Yeah. But it's easier to meet customers face to face now here, or new prospective clients here. So of course, Nova Scotia and Halifax is where we're growing the business now. But
Yeah.
that hasn't stopped us. Like I said, we've got BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan. Not too much in the middle right now, and then a bunch here on the East Coast. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. Mia here.
Miss Mia.
Hey.
I just got here. Paul McKinnon says, I guess Keith is cooking us supper this weekend.
Woohoo!
My brother-in-law, Paul, who's also getting married this summer. So we're going to Sydney
This
for that.
could be the dish. This
Yeah.
could be the signature dish.
Maybe.
So I added the curry paste. I had some roasted red peppers in the fridge. I know,
Good.
smell it.
Yeah,
Huh?
awesome.
Smell it, yeah. So roasted red peppers, you could use bell peppers, you could use anything. I mean, you can really kind of put any kind of vegetable into this. Some recipes call for mushrooms, I called Keith and I said, what do you like in your maple?
I said bacon.
He said bacon. I was like, mm. And then he said, I don't like it when they mess it all up with vegetables. And I said, well, we got to put some vegetables in there, Keith. It can't just be chicken and cream and maple. It's also, if
Onions
you listen,
are good.
Onions are
Onions are
good.
good.
Onions, we got peppers. We're
Yep.
going to put a little spinach for color.
Yep.
If you listen to the podcast this week, we had winter chicken dinner, and I talked about all the ways to use chicken or leftover chicken. This is a great use of leftover chicken. Like if it's pre-cooked or if you've roasted a bunch, again, you can just pull it off the way that you would do for sandwiches or other casseroles and throw it into this. So we just cooked up a couple of chicken breasts earlier. I just cooked them in the pan, and we're going to add those in now. And I have this pulled off the heat because I don't want to burn anything. And then really the signature at this point is maple. So authentic maple, you cannot use the fake stuff. It tastes like garbage. All right, so maple,
You've been told.
you've been told, garbage, do not. Aunt Jemima does not belong in this one.
No.
The money.
Yeah.
So we have maple pepper glaze here that we use a lot, especially it's our signature glaze for bacon wrapped scallops here, which we can't take off the menu because people go crazy. So we have many containers of this in our walk-in cooler. So again, Patty went in today and said, oh, it's ready to go, it's perfect. So you're gonna add, and again, yeah, thanks Kevin and Mark. Now, if you were to, we're sort of doing this for 2 portions. I'm gonna put maybe a couple tablespoons in. If you're doing it for like 4 to 6, I would probably put a 1/4 cup. It depends how sweet you like it. How sweet do you like it? I'm not a
Surprising.
huge,
No,
okay.
I'm good.
We're gonna try that and see how it
I'm
goes.
good.
There's also pepper, and that's been reduced a little bit too, right? So that's why it's thicker. Okay, so, and all we're gonna do is caramelize that in the pan a bit. Are you looking good, Lizzie? No, like I know what I'm doing or
Yes, I
something,
know.
Keith?
It's the first try of it.
I know, it's like normally I do a practice dish. I didn't practice on this one. Woo, woo, woo! Okay.
That's like most of our meetings, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, we didn't practice this. We got lots of meetings coming up, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So I have to say, if you follow the news, which most people who watch us have followed the news about the new build that's happening over in Dartmouth Crossing, the person that is responsible for that is
I
this
don't-
man.
I don't know if I'd go that
No, he was at my side the whole time, and he navigated and helped me see light on many things. And
Fought some battles?
You fought some battles for me, and
Fill in some swords.
Yeah, and you went, Patty, here you go. Here's where you need to do. And I was like, what? How are we going to do that? So, yeah, I credit a lot of the growth and the success to Keith.
So
I would say
that's,
Keith
that's our CFO service.
That is your CFO. Oh yeah, totally. No, Patty gets the upsell.
Yes, she
the
does.
CFO service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have our weekly comedian, Theodore.
Oh yes, my husband.
Quick, can you do a cost analysis of that dish? 3, 2, 1, go.
Head.
Probably about $6.
All right, so we've got that in. We're going to put the spinach in at the last minute just because it wilts down. If you put it in now, you would barely ever see it. It would be like an herb. So we've got the onions, the garlic, the peppers, the chicken, the maple, all in there, bubbling away.
And sorry, you have another person that's been pretty important. James Dwyer just came on. Another person
Hey,
that's pretty important in the last
James
while.
is my man because James sold my house, and James is awesome.
We love James.
Hey, James. So we're going to add 35% whipping cream. Do not use coffee cream. Do not use blend. Do not use milk. It does not work. 35%.
Why?
Because it doesn't have enough milk fat in it. It's like watery yuck.
Because that's something that someone doesn't cook with no idea, right?
Only ever cook with 35%
Always have
cream.
it in your fridge.
I buy 3 liters a week. I put it in my coffee, but it also goes to my food. But it's great. It's delicious. Woo! I'm going to make a mess.
It's
So
looking good though.
it is. It's getting there. All right, so I'm going to say that's about a cup for now. We might have to add an adjustment later. And then I'm going to add a little bit more pepper. And I know I'm taking this out of a dish, but we do grind this in our spice mill every couple of days here. All right. Look the color. Does it look like your favorite? Is it getting there?
I can't wait.
Okay. So, got that in there. And I've got some salted boiling water here. I have par-cooked the pasta. So again, if you've got leftover pasta, our lovely tortellini,
Not penne.
not penne, is disappointed. He really
Yes, I am
is disappointed.
disappointed.
So this is pretty much al dente. It's got a little bite to it. I'm going to drop it in that water for 20 seconds, pull it out. It's going to be heated, and I'm going to drop it in the pan. Going to let that reduce just a little bit. So we'll put that in. Make sure that your water is heavily salted. I mean, not crazy, but in a pot like this, you're going to need at least 3 tablespoons of salt. People undersalt their pasta. And okay, here's the tip. Do not rinse your pasta, people. Stop rinsing your pasta.
We do.
You know, but you wash all of the starch
Yeah,
and
I
you
know.
wash all of the salt off of it. Like, what is the point of salting water if you are going to run it under cold tap water?
So,
we use hot tap water.
as someone who doesn't want it to be sticky, what do
Yes.
you do then? What do you do to make it not stick? That's
You
something.
put oil on it.
Okay.
So when I worked at Spago in Chicago, my head chef, Francois Quacudondo, who never watches, but if you're watching this, Francois, you taught me this lesson. We had deep fat fryers, actually. I gotta turn this down. I don't want to burn it. We had deep fat fryers that were filled with water because they did a ton of pasta. And so we used to blanch pasta for like 3 minutes, pull it out, lay it on sheet trays with parchment, and then put oil on it and let it cool at room temperature. And we'd have to just move it around a little bit. And it was brilliant. It was like yummy and al dente and salt. Like it had all of it. But if you put it under cold water or even hot water, all that starch, which is what helps the sauce absorb. Like it's going to help your sauce thicken. No. I mean, my mom, God bless Barb, she rinsed her spaghetti, as it did everybody, right? I mean, everybody did that.
Yep.
But no, don't rinse your pasta. Lay it on a sheet tray. Just put it on the counter on like a cookie tray and put a little bit of canola oil. Like you just need a little drizzle or olive oil or...
My husband will take a little bit of spaghetti sauce and
Yeah.
mix it in.
Yeah, just to keep it nice and loose, and you're good to go.
That's genius. So that's useful right there.
Useful tips. Chit-chat. I'm going to taste this just to make
So
sure
we
it
got, let's see
doesn't
what we got here. We
taste
got
like
some-
garbage.
So James Dwyer says,
See it, Patty.
Because you have to taste it, so you have to adjust the seasoning. It's a little sweet, but...
so James Dwyer says, all the cream. Yes. There's someone else.
Cream is your friend.
Helen Galgay, when you were talking about Keith, she said that was really sweet, really sweet thing to say. And cream is
Keith
your
is
friend.
amazing. Did you watch our extreme trip? We went on an extreme... Tell them about
What
extreme
is
trips.
extreme trips? Tell us
What are
about this.
extreme trips?
Extreme trips. So, needless to say, Patty was trip
first.
number 1.
Yeah.
So, extreme trips is really just to show off some of our clients and
Yeah.
let our clients sort of tell their stories. really part of the reason I got in the business is I just like working with other business owners and figuring out what makes them tick. And
He likes working with crazy people.
Well,
It's basically.
you said that. No, I like working with business owners and figuring out what makes them tick and why they got into business and what makes them get up in the morning.
And what helps them.
And what helps them, right?
Right.
And ultimately, how we help them get to the next level. So, trip number 1 was Patty, and we talked a lot about Kitchen Door, and we
Drank some good coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we drove by where Kitchen Door got its start, and we then stopped where Kitchen Door's gonna
Moving.
skyrocket. Yeah,
That's the last
to a new
stop.
location.
No more stops.
Yeah, there's no more stops after that.
Yeah.
I can't afford it.
I mean, you also want to have something, so it's that, but it's also the reason you went to that bill was you want to make a nice surprise that's personal to them. right?
No, exactly. It's
Okay, that's better.
the
Added
trip
more
needs to be
curry.
somewhat memorable.
Like that's what makes it extreme,
That's
right?
what makes it extreme.
Extreme.
Not my bills.
Keith McCarthy.
Not my bills.
No, not your bill.
No.
I haven't got that bill yet, though. You haven't sent
No,
that to me.
No, you're okay.
Yeah. All right,
Don't
I don't
worry
want to
about
overcook this pasta. All right, so my pasta is now hot. I've got my sauce in here, so I'm gonna just throw it in. Turn that off so I don't burn the joint down. And really, we can take that off the heat. We're gonna put that right over here. Look right in front of you. And we're gonna toss it around.
Wicked.
Wicked is right,
Yes.
Mike. So the one thing you want when you're doing pasta is you want a good amount of sauce on the bottom. Because if you put this in, the pasta is going to start to absorb the sauce, right? Which is
Right.
what makes it taste super awesome. But you also need some when you put it in the bowl. So when you get a bowl of pasta at a restaurant, you want to make sure there's sauce on the bottom. Because if it's dry, it's going to means your pasta's likely absorbed too much liquid, overcooked, and it doesn't give you any like gooey, yummy. Like if you go to Italy, which I have never been, but I've read a lot about it, and I've watched Anthony Bourdain go, and he would say the same thing. Is that you need that lusciousness at the bottom of the bowl.
Right.
All right, so now I'm gonna add the spinach, and I know you don't like a lot of vegetables, so we'll just do one little handful for color, because you need a little bit. This is a very yellow pasta.
It's covered in maple curry, so I'm good.
I know. Okay. All right. And all you need is like 30 seconds with spinach in your pasta. Like, don't put it in there and saute it down. Badness. And so you can just see even now there's less sauce
Yep.
and it's thickened up a bit, right? All right. So I'm hoping that you like this.
Oh, I am sure I will.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Positive.
Okay. All right. So anything else you want to say about? Well, it's pretty good. I surprise myself sometimes. I'm hilarious. No, I'm not. Yeah, anything else you want to say? Like,
Gosh, looks good.
ooh. Anything exciting coming up?
No, it's.
No?
I wish I could say there
Needs
was.
more
It's,
spinach.
no, we're just super. We're just
Need more
super.
spinach.
We're just super busy.
Which is great.
Yeah, and we've been very active in social media lately, thanks to our
Our joint friend
Our
over
joint
here,
friend
our
here.
bestie. Yeah.
which has been working out for us,
Yeah.
right? It's like I've told you before, if I could spend lots of money on billboards, but I would lose my mind,
Yeah. Yeah.
lots of money, and go nowhere with it. So
Yeah.
to me, social media is just presence. We need to be there, and we need to.
And
It tells our story,
yeah.
and we're not like other accountants,
You're
right?
not.
And it's very difficult to get that story out to get that point out without telling the story as to why.
Yeah.
And social media for us is the key way to really do that.
100%. And Adam and I were talking earlier, the pre-show, when Adam was being squirrely and getting everything set up because he gets kind of panicked until it's all set up. We were talking about how like marketing and social media should be fun. Like this is fun. I don't think of this as marketing, and I don't think of it that way. And that's what I think social needs to be. Is that
Oh,
if you can
extreme
come
trips,
on,
right?
extreme
You
trips,
grab a
it's fun. We got a
coffee,
coffee. We
or-
went on a car trip.
Yeah.
We stood on top of the new build, and I went, holy cow, it's happening. They
Yeah.
were digging and
Yeah.
all the stuff with it. Yeah. So that's really what it's about. And I think if you can be authentic and really just show people who you are, I think that's key.
Other than your family, you're
He's
showing.
cool. He really is.
Other than your family, you're showing off your most prized possession is your business, and it should be so awesome and amazing to show it to
It
people
is.
in an interesting way. Should that not be?
Yeah.
what it is?
I had a woman in a cooking class the other night say afterwards, and I sat out here with them and I talked, I gave some tips, and just talking about the business, and she said, "Oh, it's just so awesome, like the way that you talk about your business and about work." And I said, "Yeah, but I don't think about it as work. Like, it's not. It's this is my. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Like, just so you can't imagine your life without your kids. You can't imagine. And you know, it just. I think if people look at it that way, I think you get so much further. And the vision,
becomes part of you.
It becomes part of you,
Yes.
like a piece.
Yeah.
All right, are you dying to try this?
Yes.
Okay.
Let
All right.
me go through a couple things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comments.
So we
Yeah.
got Jane Elizabeth said, "Tell him to get his hands dirty, Trish."
He did. He chopped onions. He was good, Jane. He was good.
And Heather Warren, have good. Well, now we can make this for you, Trish. James Dwyer says, "Busy is good." Helen
Busy
Gaudet
is very
says, "Oh."
good.
Yeah.
James Dwyer says, "No, big N-O to billboards."
Yeah. Right, James?
Yes.
Yes. We're with you. We're
Agreed.
totally
He's talking
with
about a
you.
real estate guy in town and no social media.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
All right. I need to get you some sauciness in here. Did you have supper?
A little bit.
But not.
No, I was saving myself for this.
Okay. And then we'll do a little, because Patty always likes a little garnish, right? You can't have a dish without garnish. So I put every ingredient in. I think I did.
Unlike, what was it, last week?
What did I forget last week?
I think you forgot
There
something.
was one week I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Bad. Patty and Jimmy lost one. No, I'm kidding. All right.
Look at that. That's
Look
gorgeous.
at that.
I gotta zoom this in.
Zoom it in there, Adam. Zoom it in.
So last week we had singers that had their talent. What's your hidden talent? Keith?
Yeah, I don't have any.
Oh, you totally have hidden talents. He's really good at euchre. We're pretty good at euchre.
Depends if you're my partner or if Ted's my partner.
Oh, stop it.
No, you and I tend to
We
do well
do
together.
really well
yes.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And Patricia and Ted,
Yeah.
they have their moments.
Yes,
They have
exactly.
their
Why don't I
moments.
throw a wrench in here? So,
Okay, throw a wrench.
Well, the importance of in your business finding your tribe, finding people that get you. Like, there's all these people you could work with, but is it how important is that you two also, you obviously work together,
Mm-hmm.
but you just said you play together too. How important is that to find people that?
I think to find people of the same mindset, the same sort of beliefs, vision,
Values.
morals, values.
But I think you could spin that around this room of 4 people, and I could
yeah.
say, "This is my tribe."
Yeah.
Hi, she's part of the tribe. She's here. No, I mean that's exactly.
There's longevity in it. There's
And they get
is.
it.
go to
Like,
the distance.
yeah,
But it's also the same in hiring staff,
Yeah.
right?
Same idea.
You need to hire people that are of the same vision as you, and have put the same level of care. How I want to treat a client,
Yeah.
I need my staff to treat them the same way.
yeah,
And if they don't, then their time will be short.
yeah. And sometimes you don't figure that out right away. Sometimes
No, it
that
takes time. It does
months
take time.
and- yeah,
It takes
but-
years sometimes to really figure that out.
Yeah.
But trust me, you'll figure it out because
When it happens.
when it happens,
You
you
know.
know it.
You do know.
You do know it.
All right, he's going in for the bite.
Yes.
Oh, I put 2 forks.
2 forks.
No, I don't need 2
For
forks.
sharing?
No, I'm good. I got a whole pot saucepan here. Who would like some?
I will
Anybody
try
else?
a bite.
Okay, you gotta let me know. Make it if it's not any good, okay?
It smells very good, so it's.
Looks good. Smells
I was
good.
thinking some of the ones I've had. Again, I don't eat a lot of pasta, but some of the
See,
ones I've had
if it
have
was
pink
penne, I
peppercorns.
could pick it up better.
Oh, I knew we'd have to get the dish in there. Are we okay?
Very good.
Some of the ones you've had.
Have like pink peppercorns or like puffed pink peppercorns, and they almost have a little crunchy bite in them, but they're not like super peppery.
This is actually perfect. It's not.
It's perfect.
It's not.
It's perfect.
My husband would love.
It's
really
not like.
that.
Well, we'll take some home for
You
you.
too
can eat
strong.
that. You can probably eat that cold too.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Make a great salad.
I
Yeah.
keep eating.
Okay, you
A
keep
cold
eating. So
salad.
we'll keep talking and you keep eating. But you got to take a little break because we have to do our magical end. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Are you ready? Did you
Yep.
practice?
No.
No. Okay.
No. No, I didn't practice.
You didn't practice?
No.
Okay.
Can I count my
Which
fingers?
was that?
Pretty sure you can purelate that.
Who said that?
Andrea Anderson. Pretty sure you can.
Oh, yeah, we'll send it all the way to Woodstock, baby, all the way. My friend Andrea helped us with a wedding last year in Woodstock, and her and her husband Derek Anderson are avid watchers of Chit Chat Chop. And she's coming up in June, actually, to visit. Her daughter is going off to university next year. She's going to cry a lot, and we're going to tour around Acadia and St. Quebec. So I will send you some in the mail, hon. Totally.
If anyone has any people they know that would be an interesting guest, because we're booked for the next month and a half, But there might be some cool guests that people say, hey, this person. So
Yeah,
by all means.
yeah. By all means, reach out, and if they're not a good guest, we'll let you know. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. We take everybody. No.
I may not be back on.
All right, so that's it for this week with our lovely friend here, Keith MacArthur of Stream Financial, woo, 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 who keeps my life and Ginger's life sane.
Oh yes, and his
No, I think that's more
And his
Leanne.
team.
Leanne
yeah.
does that.
Leanne, by the way, Leanne's awesome. Leanne
Yes.
is our point of contact there until Patty calls up Keith and says, I need your help right away. And he's like, okay, I'll clear my schedule. Yeah, so thank you for coming on. I'm glad you enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
I'm glad I didn't mess it up. And
I will expect us next time we're over for supper.
next week.
I think it's DIY Mom, is it not?
I didn't look at the calendar.
think
DIY Mom, I
I
think.
think it's DIY Mom.
Oh, we're gonna do some fun DIY stuff. I've got 3 pieces of furniture I just bought on Kijiji. We could chalk paint them. We could have a chalk painting kitchen door. No, I'm kidding.
And we're also speaking. June
We're
22nd,
speaking June
so-
22nd at Halifax Social Media Day. Adam and Patty and the story of live.
It's a
Don't
li-
want to miss that.
a live story.
A live story by Adam and Patty. It'll be precious. Precious. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. It was awesome. And we're going to do our send off. We got to change this in episode 3 because I don't know, we got to do something, we got to like
Season 3, something crazy.
something crazier than this. But we're going to do it.
Okay.
5 times. Chit chat chat.
Okay.
Patty messed that up. Chit chat
All right.
chop fast. Counting down.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Chit chat chop. 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 And we kept his mouth like really closed. That's how we got it out. Bye. See you next week. Yeah, I was desperate for help, and there was a project, the first project we worked on. Remember the one that we ended up not doing because you showed me the numbers, the reality of life. This is not going to work,
Run.
Patty. Run far away.
Run from this.
And so that was my first moment with Stream and with Keith that was like eye-opening. Like, wow, we figured this all out on paper first. All of the planning, all of the costing, all of the forecasting. And it was like light bulb for me that, wow, knowing these bits of information and being able to manipulate a model that way can really help you succeed in your growth and do it properly. And so anyway, that project didn't happen, thankfully. And really since then, Keith has always been with us. It's been a totally different way of operating the business. And I will tell you, any small business owner, most of them have been in my shoes before, that you need somebody like Keith or Stream to really help you, unless you have in-house, which most people don't have in-house because they're small, they can't afford it. But yeah, you need somebody that can tweak those numbers and really not kill your dream at the same time, right? Not be the dream crusher.
I like pouring cold water on things.